North Korea claims it has carried out a successful test of an underwater nuclear-capable drone. The test came after joint U.S., South Korean, and Japanese naval drills earlier this week, which Pyongyang described as a serious threat to national security. Now, there are growing concerns over comments by North Korea that it's no longer pursuing reconciliation with the South. It's raising fears that the North may be planning to take advantage of conflicts in other parts of the world to launch a war of its own. CNN's Will Ripley has the latest.
The Korean Peninsula staring down the barrel of a catastrophic conflict. That warning from one of America's leading nuclear scientists, one of two longtime North Korea observers who say Kim Jong-un is sending signals in state media. He may be prepared to take advantage of global chaos to exploit what he sees as weakness and vulnerability between the U.S. and close allies South Korea and Japan.
They're talking about war. They're talking about war preparations for their country. And so we're quite concerned.
For years, former Los Alamos director Siegfried Hecker had unparalleled access to North Korea's highly secretive nuclear program, seeing more than almost any American. What he's seeing now, he says, reminiscent of the lead-up to the catastrophic Korean War more than 70 years ago. A chilling shift in leader Kim Jong-un's strategy, far more than the usual saber-rattling.
I think this time it's different. He may have decided that it is time to actually take some actions.
For the past 30 years, North Korea's goal was normalizing ties with the U.S. Hecker says that ended in 2019 when summit talks in Hanoi, Vietnam collapsed. Former President Donald Trump and Kim walked out, humiliating and infuriating the North Korean leader, riding his armored private train back to Pyongyang, empty-handed, perhaps giving up on U.S. diplomacy, making a strategic turn towards conflict.
He may believe that there is some way, sort of what one would say, what's a path to victory, that he may be thinking very differently than what our conventional thinking is.
Kim's confidence may be bolstered, he says, by closer ties with China and a deepening military alliance with Russia. North Korea's Foreign Minister Choi Son-hee visiting Moscow just this week, also labeling South Korea a hostile country.
This is a political provocation.
And not just political. North Korea testing a new hypersonic missile, potentially nuclear capable, adding to Kim's growing arsenal. Will Ripley, CNN, Taipei.
South Korea's prime minister says he isn't worried over rising tensions with North Korea. Han Duck-soo spoke with CNN's Richard Quest in Davos, brushing off comments by Pyongyang that they were no longer pursuing reconciliation with the South. Here he is.
Without those kind of provocations, the situation might be better. But we are not so much worried because we are so much accustomed to what they are. So, two things are clear. We will open our doors and windows for negotiations, dialogue, and diplomacy. But up to now, North Korea have never accepted in a very, very serious way. So what we will do in between is that no options but to make clear deterrence capabilities for us to deter their threats and dissuade them to, not to proliferate, and also, persuade them to have more interest in dialogue and diplomacy.